Hello, I'm Matt Kerr, and welcome back to the Hot Action Podcast. We've got a great week for you coming up. First of all, we're going to do a little update on the bankroll, a little recap of where we're at. We're going to talk about what happened last week in the UFL, and we're going to predict this week in the UFL. Then we're going to talk about Saturday's UFC card, UFC 300. It's going to be a big one, so we might as well get some bets in. Currently, we're going to start with the bankroll. Since we last did a full-length video, we've had a few new subscribers, so we have moved up the we've moved up the unit size from 24 cents to 28 cents. We are now doing 28-cent bets. We've got a lot of units at 28 cents. Currently, if you look to the upper right-hand corner of the screen, you will see that the bankroll is at $335.87. It is slightly down from the original number, which was $337.25. That, of course, is misleading. Because if we look at the bets I have alive, the cash out values, like these are either, what would you call it, futures bets, many of them for the UFL championship, or bets that happen tonight. If you've been keeping up with my daily bet challenge videos, you understand that I made one earlier today. And, it includes a bunch of moneyline basketball bets. So if those come to fruition, we will be right back above the original number. And I fully expect that to happen. So that being said, the daily bets have been hit and miss in comparison to my UFL bets. In week 1, we had one missed bet. In week 2, we made 5 bets. None of them missed. And as I mentioned earlier, we have a couple positive value futures bets when it comes to the UFL. We bet on the Stallions, and we bet on the Brahmas to take home the championship. Now, we're going to take a look at that real quick here. So we bet on the Brahmas to win plus 750. We bet on the Stallions to win plus 275. And we bet on the Brahmas in week 1 to win at plus 1,200. And we bet on the Stallions to win at plus 400. So now we are going to go to the page where those odds are displayed currently. Oh my goodness, there's something going on here. Let's just search it. Football. Here we go. Football. So we gotta scroll down a bit here. We get to UFL. We are going to go main props. No. We gotta go futures, don't we? Football futures. We are going to the UFL championship. Now, if you recall those numbers, both of those have experienced significant compression in the value. That being said, I will continue to hammer these bets. We love the Brahmas. They're 2-0. Unfortunately, their kicker, Destroying, he got injured. He's a YouTube sensation. I feel for all the fellow YouTubers out there. So basically, it's unfortunate for him, unfortunate for the Brahmas, but they brought in some new corner depth, ex-NFL players. So, we are going to be continuing to believe in the Brahmas. Our coach, he just keeps getting it done. We love him. So we're going to put in a 1-unit bet on the Brahmas again this week. 0.28. We're still liking them. We're taking them. And just like before, we believe in the Stallions. They are a very powerful team. We like to have one team in the XFL and one team in the USFL, just so that they might meet in the final. And so far, the odds makers are liking that to happen. I think realistically, the Brahmas have kind of bamboozled their way through the first couple of weeks. Neither week did they actually really look super convincing in their wins. So we'll see how this keeps going. I kind of picked them as a meme to begin with, but, when you go from plus 1,200 to plus 450, you got to keep riding with that kind of thing. All right, and we will be going to pick this week in the... oh my goodness, what's happening? We are going to be picking this week in the UFL, making our weekly bets as well, now that we've made those futures bets. Okay, we'll take the game lines. Let's go. So we got the Defenders at the Renegades. I watched the Defenders play against the Roughnecks this week, watched that whole game. And the Defenders, came together and took care of business. The Renegades are at home, and they've been playing kind of the cream of the crop so far, based on my understanding of the league. I think that it's time for the Renegades to get the monkey off their back and get their first win. We're going to be taking the money line, Renegades, minus 105. Technically, the Defenders are the favorites in this game, but I don't know. The Defenders had a lot of trouble beating the worst team in the league at home last week with an injured QB. We'll see what happens, but I'm taking the Renegades. Unfortunately, DC did not convince me. Let's see how this goes. Renegades, bet placed. All right. Now I got the Showboats Stallions playing their first home game. To me, this is clear. The Stallions, they keep taking care of business, keep smoking foos. We're taking them money line because that's, it's like buying a bond. Just keeps returning money. We're taking them against the spread as well. I think they've managed to cover the spread both weeks. We're doing it. Just like last week, we're taking them against the spread and on the money line. We like both those bets. We're going to continue here. Now we got the Houston Roughnecks at the Michigan Panthers. The Roughnecks are, I think, in a bit of trouble here. We're going to be doing the double bet as well here. We're taking the home team. We're taking the favorite against the money line, or we're taking them on the money line and against the spread. I don't know what the status of their starting QB is, but the Roughnecks had to bring in their second stringer last week due to some back injury issues. We don't like to see that. They've been moved to the absolute back of the bus in terms of championship odds. And yeah, it's you don't like to see it, but we're trying to make money out here. We're making bets, so we're taking the Panthers. Clear eyes, full hearts, can't lose. Sorry, Roughnecks. If y'all pull it together, we'll feel good for you, but there's always next year. Unless the league folds. We'll see what happens. All right, and now we got kind of an interesting matchup here. We got the Brahmas at home against the Battlehawks. I feel like the Battlehawks are a pretty scrappy team. They've been playing pretty high-level opposition. I mean, who's to say, actually? They lost to the Panthers in the first game, and then this week, who did they beat again? They beat the Renegades. But the Renegades covered, which was the bet I had made last week. So we will be taking... This is tough for me because I'm kind of, loving this Brahmas team, and they keep printing money for me. And St. Louis, though, they were, I think they've got the highest level quarterbacking outside of the Stallions. We got our guy A.J. McCarron, ex, Alabama QB, as well as Cincinnati Bengals. Kind of the top tier guys available in this league. But we got Coach Wade on the sidelines. We're taking the Brahmas on the money line. We're going to take the Brahmas on the money line. And then as a little bit of a, cheeky bet, we'll be also taking Brahmas plus a point. Hopefully one of those two will work out for us. And that is the bets for the week when it comes to the UFL. And we will be moving on to the UFC. Ooh. Just navigating my way through this hell site. Okay, where do I find... Not boxing. Come on, y'all. MMA. So far down. It's as if people don't even enjoy betting on MMA. All right. So we got UFC 300 here. We're going to start with... Okay, I see. We're going to be taking Alex Pereira. Over Jamal Hill, or Jamal Hill. I'm not sure how you pronounce that. Either way, I love a Portuguese name over an American name in the UFC. You gotta love any Brazilian fighter. They are the craziest people on earth. You got Weili Zhang over Xiaonan Yan. We'll be taking Weili. She crazy. She got Fists of Fury. Now we got Justin Gaethje over Max Holloway. Yeah, we'll take Gaethje. Charles Oliveira versus Arman Sarukan. I think that's how you say it. Charles Oliveira, again, you gotta take any Brazilian style name, any Portuguese name. Just, that's how I bet. That's how I bet in the UFC. We got Bo Nickel and Cody Brundage. Now, the odds here are telling you, go with Bo. Bo's the guy. See, minus 2,000 versus a plus 1,000. Now, myself, the odds suggest that Cody Brundage will be absolutely run through. But I love UFC for this reason. I don't think anyone's truly out of it when you can just kind of wing a crazy punch and KO somebody. So I'm taking the plus 1,000 guy. I don't think there's any fist fight that they can organize at this level where the odds are truly this far, out of the question. So now we got Yuri Prochaska versus Alexander Rakic. We'll take Yuri. We got Calvin Kattar versus Aljamain Sterling. I think that's how you say it. Aljamain? Oh yeah, it's Aljamain. Let's take Aljamain. And let's go back. Okay, we got way off course there. But yeah, we got Holly Holm is plus 350 underdog. Kayla Harrison, by all rights, should smoke her. But I remember a very specific New Year's Day where I woke up and I looked at the sports highlights, and one Ronda Rousey, who was supposedly undefeatable, had her head caved in by Holly Holm. I feel like UFC 300 is the chance for Holly Holm to, repeat history. Let's go. Oh, not $2. That'd be crazy. 28 cents. Let's go, Holly. Do your dang thing. Maybe we can implode someone's head again. Now we got Sadiq Youssef versus Diego Lopez. Again, I don't know if Diego Lopez is Brazilian, but could be, so we're picking him. All right. We got Jalen Turner versus Renato Moiciano. Well, that's a Brazilian name for sure. And he's a dog. Let's go. We love to see the dog. And now we got Jessica Andrade versus Marina Rodriguez. We're taking Andrade. Now we got Bobby Green and Jim Miller. These are two very normal style names. We're taking Jim Miller. All right. We're getting towards the end of this card, I believe. Now we got Davison Figueiredo versus Cody Garbrandt. We're going to take Davison. Because, my pro-Portuguese rule here. And that is, the whole set of fights here. Hopefully, we can win some shit. We can win some stuff. I just want to remind y'all, if y'all been watching all the way to the end here, you should, hit the subscribe button, because that's what we're out here for. We're not trying to sell you picks. We're not doing any advertising. I'm just out here trying to collect subscribers, all right? I'm trying to get my unit size up. And, ultimately, that's all we're trying to do. We're out here, we're in the mines, we're trying to win bets. I'm not even really claiming to be that good of a gambler. I'm just trying to go where the hot action is. And with all that in mind, I just want to remind you to hit like, hit the subscribe button. Help me out here a bit. Try to make this whole thing a little more entertaining. And yeah, I just also thought I should mention, when I started this, I didn't really have a purpose. I just said, hey, I'm going to be betting daily, and my unit size will be the number of subscribers I have. I never mentioned what happens, if I run out of money, or, if I end up making a lot of money. I feel like I needed to put parameters on that. So the move is, if I run out of money here, we're done. But I also need to put a upper limit on my gambling here. So my thought process is, why not make it so that I have a goal, an amount of money where if I make it, I'm out? And the answer is that if I make enough money in this Bet365 account to buy a Cybertruck, then I'm done. I'm here. I'm trying to buy a Cybertruck. At the moment, 28 cents at a time. Maybe between now and next week, I'll do some math and figure out how many units I need to get up to buy the Cybertruck. starting with 337 Canadian dollars. Yeah, so now I've explained my bets for the week. I've made a whole whack of bets. I've demonstrated that I'm clearly a UFL sharp, and hopefully the results will continue to come in that validate that claim. And yeah, hopefully, by the end of the year, we're talking about what color I'm going to get the Cybertruck in. So, that's the game. We are out here trying to buy a Cybertruck. We're trying to do daily bets that put us in that direction. And we're trying to get the unit size up. So please subscribe. And please hit the like button if you're watching all this way. Heck, even leave a comment. Tell me what to bet on next week. It'll be the UFL, but we'll be sprinkling other things in there as well because unfortunately 4 games a week doesn't give us a lot of content. Thinking I will probably make videos for the basketball playoffs and the NHL playoffs, and all sorts of other stuff. Everything I bet on in terms of futures has to end before the NFL season starts because, again, the purpose of this challenge is to, juice the bankroll for the NFL season. And the reason that we want to juice the bankroll for the NFL season is we are trying to buy a Cybertruck, all right? That's the point. And, okay, now that I've, let this rant go on long enough, that's everything. Like and subscribe. This is Hot Action Podcast, and I am your host, Matt Kerr, signing out. See you in a week. Peace.